why did you come here today? I'm so honored. I'm so blessed to know you. And we don't know each other as well as you know Bob or my friend Al, but I was just curious as to, what was your...
First thing was when Al invited me, he told me about this and invited me, and I felt like I already knew your heart. And it's exactly what we talked about at the very beginning, because of the loss you've experienced. And we wanted to talk about those kinds of things. And how do we love in the midst of that anyway? I'm all in. And I knew you from meeting you in the past, but to have actually thought, well, I want to spend some time sitting in a room with you talking about not commiserating, not just doing that, but to say, this is what this has done with my heart, which means this is what Jesus has taken me in the middle of this pain and has loved me in a way that I would have never dreamed of that. And that's what I want to spend time talking about and loving. Yeah, I guess I might as well say, for people that are listening to this that don't know, I got hit with that great diagnosis of cancer 5 years ago. And that's been part of my story now for the last 5 years. Took these to my oncologist a couple weeks ago, and she was like, we need to get an MRI. I'm afraid that these are signs that this has gone to your brain. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I live with sorrow, the grief, the hurt, and I'm aware of other people then that talk about their hurt or their grief and how it's changed or how it's evolved into something else. And I don't have a clue where mine's going. Although I do know that eventually it's moving into physical death. But I'm truly such a believer in the message of what Jesus says, is that it's not about death, it's about moving from life to life. The place I find myself in right now is a place that actually has taught me some things about grief, about letting go, about receiving. And if it's taught me those things, then maybe it's not such a prison sentence after all. Maybe it's more of, again, the club of being with some other people. I told Laurie, my wife, I said, I don't want to be afraid of dying, but we saw the look on my mom's face, and she looked like she was afraid that day. And I remember standing there, just in the midst of some of this fear, and I thought, I do not want to feel panic. I don't want to feel that level of fear. Just about that time, we were probably a quarter mile across the water from the dock where Bob and his friends, some of the people that were already at the retreat were already there. And suddenly it hit me. They're all standing there waiting on us, and they can't wait for us to get there. And it felt so good to be being received in friendship. And I looked to my wife and I said, that's what it's going to be like. I said, there's not going to be a period of darkness or despair or panic or wondering. I said, it's going to be like the boat that we're on arrives at the shore, and we get off at the shore, and that's where we've been wanting to go. And the people that have been waiting to see us are waiting to receive us, and they can't wait.
I don't ever want to feel like that I'm not conscious of the struggle and the battle that you're going into, but the idea that you might see my son before I do,